So we were up one night at like 5 in the morning and we were on FaceTime. And we were just talking about a bunch of topics.
Oh, fuck.
What?
Sorry. Just spilled my candy everywhere.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay. And we were like, we should do a podcast. And so we created this whole list of like ideas and things to talk about. And then we were talking about a name.
Motherfucker.
Where'd all the names go?
What is this? Waffles and pancakes
Lord.
podcast?
One of our original names was Waffle and Pancakes Podcast or something like that. And then Panda Cakes was one of them.
Panda
And-
Productions, Pancake
Yeah.
Productions, shit like that.
Or are we talking about
Oh
the
my
podcast?
lord.
Talking about the name first.
Can we just say waffle?
Because we're explaining it. And the original idea was to do where we all sat and ate breakfast and talked at like a table.
Well, if the question is waffles or like pancakes better,
I like waffles better.
I'll say,
I gotta agree with Gigi on that one. Waffles are better.
Yeah.
and that's all you. I love pancakes
Waffles
so much.
are so much
Pancakes
better.
are like honestly.
No.
Have you ever
Okay.
had cheesecake pancakes?
No.
Never
There
had
are
cheese-
good. There are good pancakes when they're freshly made, like very soft and like tender and shit. You get the right amount of butter and maple syrup on them. You can't beat it. But waffles, you can do a variety of stuff with it. Make it into a sandwich, either with chicken. That's a whole thing now, or it was a whole thing. You can put stuff inside of it. You can add more stuff into it. You can do a whole bunch of shit. Pancakes, like, yeah, you could, but they're thin.
Hey, but here's the thing with waffles, okay?
Whoa!
Waffles have a crunch to them
True.
because it has little
That's true.
squares. That's what makes them better.
Crunch
It's
on the
more-
outside, soft, and like,
Exactly.
yeah.
I don't care. The pancakes are so good, like Nutella pancakes. You know
But you
about
could
that.
have Nutella waffles.
Well,
True.
good for the.
You could stuff Nutella inside, so it'll still be like crunchy on the outside, and then soft and Nutella in the inside.
I don't
Right?
know.
Can you do that with a pancake? No.
You could
because
do a
you're
lot of
just
stuff
pouring
with
it.
pancake. I don't
There's
know if you've ever been. But the real question. Wait, after we get into pancake, we got to talk about IHOP or Denny's. You had to
IHOP.
pick.
IHOP. Denny's is so ass.
IHOP. Okay. All right.
Denny's is so ass. Don't even argue with it.
IHOP had the best
Oh my
pancakes
God.
ever. And you know what you can't have as a waffle? Have you ever heard of a Mickey Mouse waffle? No, there's a Mickey Mouse pancake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But once you get to a certain age, you stop ordering those. So
Uh,
now that we're older,
Yeah.
it changes.
Child at heart. Alright,
I've
it's
never
not
seen
ending.
you order a Mickey Mouse
I'll
pancake.
I'll order a Mickey Mouse pancake next time we go out. That's fine. I'll do
Okay.
it.
And I will
What
too.
about a funfetti pancake like the Fetty?
You could have a
Okay,
fun
that's good.
waffle.
That's good.
Yeah, those are good. Rudy
But-
Tooty.
That's not to say you can't have a
Oh, it's a-
funfetti waffle.
Listen, you could have every single thing on every. They're both the same thing, basically. It's
The
just
same.
different textures.
Exactly. And one is better and one is not.
Pancakes are.
Okay, I'm gonna have an open mind and
You-
say sure.
You know what? You know what is
Yeah?
ridiculous though? Is like going like if you're going to a place and you're not like how are the people that go to IHOP? How do you go to IHOP wearing a suit? Like I'm wearing a suit right now. I wouldn't feel comfortable going to IHOP. in a
Hey,
suit.
if you're running, like, if you have like a business meeting that morning and you don't want to cook at home, you don't want to like make any mess and dishes and all that stuff, go to IHOP, get 2-3 pancakes, eat it really quick before your meeting. Boom, you're energized. You're gonna do good at the meeting.
Dude, I don't know. I wouldn't go to IHOP in a suit or Denny's in a suit. Oh my god.
Okay.
Denny's isn't even an option at this point.
Eat
Yeah,
Denny's.
forget
You go
about
to
Denny's.
Denny's in a suit, you're getting robbed. It's ridiculous. I can't. About Denny's, they give you your maple syrup inside of an olive oil thing.
Do they really?
Yeah, they
I
do.
haven't
And I
been there
lose
enough
my
times
mind
to
every
know.
time I pour the maple syrup. I lose my shit. I get angry. I could just flip everything onto the table if it wasn't so sticky. I get annoyed. Ridiculous.
You're really passionate about
Don't like
this one.
Denny's.
That's a good point.
I don't like it. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. How am I gonna take a girl? How am I gonna? Hey, baby, you want to go to Denny's? No. Oh, she isn't gonna be okay with that. Denny's. Went to Denny's one time and I had blood in my glass.
No, that's where I call you dramatic because I really
There
don't
was blood
believe
in my.
it. It
There
must
really
have
was
been like
blood in my
ketchup or
glass.
something.
There was blood in my glass.
Let's not completely
Jonah,
ruin Denny's.
I went like this. I took my glass of water and I looked at it. I go, oh, this looks funny. And guess what was in my glass? Blood.
Dude, Christianity, great topic to start to. Okay, so you remember how you turn water to wine. Boom. Christian boy now. Anywho, which is better, overdressing or underdressing? Is overdressing too much? Is it not enough? What do you think? Which one's better?
I think no matter what occasion you go to, it's better to overdress than underdress because if you're overdressed to something, you'll get more respect compared to underdressing. Like you can't go to a job interview and be underdressed. Can't do that.
True.
Not gonna work.
Yeah.
Or like going underdressed to a funeral. I mean, you're just looking ridiculous. You're going out with your friends bowling. You're just a guy bowling in a suit. Why are you bowling in a suit? I don't know, but he's got money. That's all they think. Going to Denny's, I wouldn't do it, but you could overdress going to Denny's. You might get your food a little bit faster.
We went to Denny's in our prom dresses actually.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Exactly.
I think overdressing too. I think I would definitely be embarrassed first walking in, but then after sitting there for a while, it's like I don't think it's a big deal.
That's the problem though, when people aren't used to overdressing or even dressing in general, and when they do it for the first time and go out in public, they're like, oh, what are people gonna think of me? Oh, they're gonna start judging me because I'm too overdressed, blah blah blah. Who cares? You're not dressing for other people, you're dressing for yourself. You know?
I mean, think about going on to a date underdressed. It's not cost good. Like if you're on your first date, you're gonna get better results dressing nice compared to dressing like a slob. Like you're not. She's gonna say he didn't even take the time to get dressed for me. Not gonna work.
True.
Speaking of relationships, new relationships to get in, those are scary. I don't know how people do that stuff, especially with all the online dating and stuff like that. That stuff's crazy.
I agree. I saw a TikTok earlier. Is dating? I've thought of. I don't know. Very scary. But I saw a TikTok, and the girl was saying how when you get in a relationship, you're either breaking up or you're getting married. Those are both. Marriage isn't a bad thing, but that's a very scary thing.
Some
and then
people don't
heartbreak.
believe in marriage.
True.
No one wants to experience that.
Yeah. I mean,
it's not fun.
It just depends. I mean, when you look at how people are living nowadays too, and I think the problem with the online dating is way too many options. But like,
true.
You can meet a super nice, like if you're a girl going on to a date, you can meet a super nice guy. You're gonna go after the guy that has the beach body and abs because you're comparing the super nice guy to the guy that has abs. You know what I mean? The guy's a little chunky, and she's like, you know what? I like that beach body guy. I don't know about that slob. And the poor guy's sitting there, gets angry, and then starts turning on, exercising too much, and then he turns into some douchebag walking the street.
Yeah.
Hates women now. Starts getting angry, calling women a bunch of names.
It's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah.
I think, though, online dating, you're bound to match with somebody.
Oh, yeah,
There's
if you're
so
lonely,
many people on there.
You are, but the thing with online dating is that, like, there's only a few options of what people are on those apps. Desperate that they just want, that they pretty much can't find anyone near them to date, so they have to pretty much resort to that. Or they do want to find somebody, but it never really works out in the best for that person. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So, it's a little bit sketchy. Plus, the whole catfishing thing, and now...
Yeah, that's so... Imagine you think you're talking to this girl, and then you end up meeting them in person.
That happened when I used to work at Noodles. There was
That's
a
so
guy.
scary.
There was a guy onto a date with another guy, and he thought the dude was like supposed to be 20, but it was a 70-year-old man.
Oh my god, that too. I didn't even think about people lying. That's another scary thing is like even in person, somebody can so easily lie about their age too. Because I feel like
That's true.
Yep.
nowadays, no one looks their age.
No.
Yep.
Especially girls who are under the age of 18. Girls look like they're like 25 now. It's insane. Guys, I feel like you can tell. It's a little more difficult with a girl.
Nobody can tell how old I am. Everybody thinks I'm like 26.
Yeah, but like
27.
you, if you tell me you're 15, I'm obviously not gonna believe you.
Well, yeah. Well, no kidding. If how nice would that be though? Like when you think about it, like if you could reverse time, like that would be a cool superpower to have.
It would be, but then you gotta go through all the same things that happened in the past, either traumatic, not traumatic, you know, blah blah blah. Plus, if you
Yeah.
change something that's already happened, then, as all those TV shows and movies show it, if you change one little thing, then the whole thing is just ruined, and then everything else that you once would have gone through that could have been good, now could be bad.
What do you guys think the best superpower is? Like, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
I know mine. You tell yours first.
Okay. I think mind reading.
Mind reading.
Yes, because I'm someone who overthinks absolutely everything. And I feel like I can understand people pretty well, and I usually can tell what a lot of people are thinking. But of course, there's always like, I'm gonna second guess myself. And same with even when someone lies. Hands going this way for a specific sibling, it's not you, don't worry.
Mm.
I definitely am second guessing it now that he's older. So it'd be nice to read minds and really know. True,
Okay,
rather than-
so for reading minds, are you like thinking of whenever you want to read someone's mind, or just every person you see you can automatically read their mind? So if you see like 50 people, then just a whole bunch of stuff is coming at you, or just like whenever you want.
I would like it to be optional. If it was all the time, that'd be terrible. I didn't even think about it being an option, but if it could be an option, that'd be even better.
What about you, Nico?
I would love to be able to just like copy and duplicate things. Like I take
My
money.
man.
I would just
Big brain.
you know, or you see a nice car and you duplicate that car. And now there's two Rolls Royces. You know what I mean? You got $100. Like, I'm a little light on money. Guess what you just got? $300. I just did that with my mind. Girlfriend's annoying you? Hi.
You make a new one? You said copy, not delete. She's annoying you, you're
I'm
getting
kidding.
an extra.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a good power to have. I feel like that'd be cool, and especially like money or cars or stuff like that. Be nice, or like you could just go to the store and copy a gift. Create it.
True. Do you think it would be more of a curse or more of like a blessing if you had duplication as a power? Because you have to think deep about it. Because if you duplicate money too much, then if you're someone who's materialistic, you're not gonna like kind of be the same after, you know. So if you duplicate money to a certain point, then everything that once did matter to you when money wasn't really like something that you didn't have to worry about, you know, all of that stuff in the past is now irrelevant to you. So, you know.
I feel like worst comes to worst, if they come to look for me for copying money with my mind, I just duplicate myself and he could go to jail.
True.
Okay.
He could serve the time.
There's a solution to all the problems.
That's another problem though, because if you duplicate yourself to go to jail, and if someone else spots you, they're gonna call the police. They're gonna get you again, and then they're gonna eventually figure out that you're duplicating yourself, and then they're gonna have like SWAT teams and all this stuff after you.
Getting 50 me's, because that's what it's gonna be. Duplicated.
Sure.
Okay.
Just duplicating me. Listen, there was no limit to how many me's. There could be 50 me's around. What are they
so
gonna
you're
do?
saying he's gonna go to jail for duplicating stuff?
You can't copy money.
You
I'm
can't.
like a money machine.
But That
You know how
Okay.
many people would be looking for me? They'd say, like people who are doing illegal stuff being like, that guy. We need that guy.
that. But what I was saying is that like if he does something to end himself in jail and he duplicates himself, one of him goes to jail and the other is still free. And if someone sees him, they're gonna call the police like, oh, this person was he like freed or something? He's out in public, blah blah blah. So then they're gonna go find him. Then he's gonna want to duplicate himself again. So there's two of him in jail and one of him is still free. And then it just keeps going on and on and on. That's what I meant.
Or
Got it.
oh my god, you get locked up, right? Here's the thing, you get locked up. You got into some trouble. Like, how am I gonna get out of here? You create an army
Yeah.
army
Just to break
of
you out.
duplicates, and you duplicate shields for them all. And pistols. You're untouchable. There's gonna be an island somewhere called Nico Island.
Oops.
Yeah.
What's
What would your
yours?
superpower be?
I was gonna say the same thing about duplication, but there's limits to it. But yeah.
Only one on the wrong page, apparently.
Yeah, I
that
guess
one,
so.
didn't even think of that being a superpower.
I mean, anything could be a superpower. You just gotta think about it.
If
Well,
you had to pick one terrible person, that's a bad question.
yeah, it's a terrible question.
I didn't even hear the question you cut out.
Choice. You didn't have a choice. If you had one terrible person, you were like forced to duplicate. Like the government is forcing
Nice.
you. Like you had no superpowers. Who would you have to duplicate?
Wait, can you say that again?
Again?
I was distracted by this in the screen and then I
Okay, if
dropped
you
it.
had to duplicate one terrible person and you didn't have a choice, who would you have to duplicate?
Almost said something really mean about someone in our family.
If I had to duplicate somebody,
Can they be alive and dead or no? Or it has to be alive currently?
be alive or dead.
Okay, so then do someone that's dead. You wouldn't have to worry about them.
They'll be alive if you duplicate them. Like you're forced. You're forced to duplicate. You don't have a choice.
Why would you want to?
Well, then they would die the same death because it's the same person then. So, if you know how they died, you could probably speed it up quicker. You might go to jail for murder because you're trying to make it go quicker, but, you know, you at least know how they died. You didn't hear a single thing you guys just said.
Really?
Yeah.
Hear me
If I
now,
did go to
fine?
jail though doing duplicates, I think I'd get a cool tattoo.
What kind?
I don't know, man. I'm really into like samurais and stuff like that. I feel like I'd get like some type of like samurai tattoo.
You actually do want a tattoo?
I don't think I'd get one, but I like samurai stuff like that.
I think I'd get one. I just don't know what I want.
I was thinking about this the other day because again a TikTok came up on my For You page. I'd only get one if it was something super tiny and like something I got with like a friend or family or someone else. I wouldn't just get a tattoo by myself.
Good point, good point. That has more meaning. If you. Oh my god, I hate people who have like those so fucking iconic tattoos like the lion, the fucking flaming heart, the hourglass, all that shit. It's so dumb. Like they think they look good with it, but they don't. They don't.
If you had
Huh?
your mom kick your ass. If you had a face tattoo,
I wouldn't want to know you then. I'm gonna be honest.
if you got like,
He said, "What if you got one? Your mom would kill you."
like
Oh,
right
I'd
under
kill
here.
myself. I'd be
There you go.
I'd be disappointed in myself.
Like what if you get like an XXX Tentacion tattoo? Like right here it says numb. You just come
Then
home one.
you either look like you're part of a gang, or you're just very very depressed that you didn't know what to do.
Oh, some tattoos take hours.
That's true.
Forever. Like a super long time.
So now, what are your thoughts on the like really big tattoos, like even sleeves and stuff like that? Would you get one yourself?
I wouldn't get necessarily an arm sleeve, maybe like a leg sleeve. That, in my opinion, would look a little bit better than the arm sleeve because I don't know, let's say it's a hot day in summer, 100 degrees outside, and you didn't, like, you had to go to fucking, I don't know, some important meeting, but you didn't want to wear a full, like, suit, jacket, all that stuff. You wanted to wear maybe short sleeves, like a button up and roll up the sleeves. And you go to the meeting, and all you see is just an arm sleeve with tattoos. That's not going to be a good first impression. With the leg, you can still wear pants, you can wear thinner pants, and it'll be covered.
I've seen successful people who are like covered in tattoos, but
See,
they all
that's
own
what I
their own
think is
businesses
dumb.
and stuff like that.
Is
Yeah.
when I never worked a real job, but I know like some places like they won't allow you to have like a nose ring or
Oh, they're
Dude.
strict with it.
Yeah.
You
I
can
think
only
that-
you can only have like minimal things. In Chick-fil-A where I currently work, there's a whole like list saying you can't wear like jewelry that's way too excessive. You can only wear like very small jewelry pieces, and even then you still can't because food hazards and all that stuff. If it falls on the food, someone eats it. That's bad. It's OSHA right
Tattoo.
there.
they have that on their list.
Tattoos, yes, only if it's visible. If you're wearing short sleeves, it can't be a big tattoo that's not covered by the shirt. But if you wear short sleeves and you have a small tattoo that's not offensive to anyone, and it's just like a heart or like an initial or something like that, then it's fine. They can't be excessive for the most part. Because you have to be professional.
You got a super big
That's what I
tattoo. If
don't
you were
get.
sitting there for hours, what would you eat? I feel like I'd be eating like pasta.
You couldn't eat while you're getting a tattoo.
You're gonna need a break. You know how bad it's gonna hurt.
But
Just sit there like.
I was gonna ask, does it really hurt that bad?
Oh yeah,
You
depending
guys
on
never
how
got
long you're
one.
there.
There was another TikTok. This girl was showing her tattoo, and she said it hurt so bad she literally just got like one dot over here. She couldn't even finish it.
There's certain
Wow.
areas they said that hurt a lot. Like I think face. The worst areas they showed was like face, groin. I think it was feet. Like feet tattoos hurt too. I don't know though.
Sounds like it would hurt.
In the foot.
Yeah.
I don't remember though. Maybe it's feet, but it's because they got so many nerve endings on feet.
Just a quick question: who and why would you get a tattoo on your foot? Why?
Say broke up.
A foot tattoo?
No, like why would like when people do have tattoos on their feet? Why? I don't understand.
Girly thing. Like I've only seen girls that have like feet.
I've seen an ankle one because that's.
Do they have ankle tattoos?
But
too?
Ankle
don't-
ones are fine, but if it's like on the foot, that's just weird.
I feel like
like
not
one
many
on your
guys
pinky
have
toe.
feet tattoos. The only time a guy has a foot tattoo is like when he has like a full sleeve on his foot, and then he goes, full sleeve on his leg, and it goes down to the foot. I don't see that too often though.
True.
I think
True.
tattoo in my entire life.
I've seen a foot tattoo. It's very
Really?
weird. Yeah.
Was it on like this part of the foot or
The
like?
top part, yeah.
Okay, well at least it's there, not like just like. on
Florida
toe or the-
people, they are crazy. I've literally, it was during the summer. I think 2021. I saw this one couple. It was a man and a woman, both from literal fucking head to toe, covered in tattoos. Like you couldn't even tell what color skin they were. Like that's how like detailed the tattoos were all over their fucking body. It's just,
That a bit much. I think it's fine when people get a lot of tattoos, but if it's as much as you're saying, that's a lot.
the man was literally just wearing, I think, boxers or shorts, and then flip flops, and his whole body. I'm assuming his bottom part too is covered with tattoos. The woman, she was in a bathing suit, and the same thing, full body just covered. I don't. It looks so weird. I don't get it.
I don't think I'd ever get a tattoo though.
I might get one, just a small one though.
I didn't even get that.
Oh.
Why you were asking what would we eat?
Oh yeah, I mean if like those people, the ones in Florida, if they had the full body tattoos, that's at least a full day's work, maybe even more than that.
I'm sure
They
it's
need a
multiple.
break. Yeah, they need a break. They need something to eat. So, on
Yeah.
topic of food, what do you think is the best type of pasta? What you were saying before that you would eat?
Stuff.
Yeah.
Alfredo, definitely. Alfredo's so good.
Fredo is better than marinara.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's really
Marinara's
good
basic.
though? Marinara, like the meat sauce.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so
Depends
good.
on the day, but yeah.
I feel like you can't go wrong with a nice, good like white cheese sauce. It always hits every time.
I don't care for
Like
it.
there's some days I don't feel like marinara, but I'll be going for that white cheese sauce.
Okay, what type of pasta though? Normal, fettuccine, Alfredo. What do you think? Should you go to?
Alfredo Montemore is pretty good too. That a lot. That one's at Noodles and Company. That one was like the
Wait, are we
greatest
talking
pasta.
about the type of noodle?
I mean, flavor wise, the main ones is just Alfredo and marinara, but you could have more. There's pesto. There's
Yeah.
like different wine ones, white wine sauces, red wine sauces, all that kind of stuff. We could get into further details about that, but I'm just talking about like what kind of
Talked
noodles,
about that.
like
I
what
think
kind of pasta.
I don't really care, to be honest. That's what I thought we were talking about.
Fettuccine Alfredo. That is the way to go. Oh. Okay, marinara with the chicken parm and no, breaded chicken, parmesan, a little bit on the top of marinara, and bake that in the oven. That's good. That's so. I only like that with marinara. If it's marinara just with pasta itself, no. It's too bland.
Hey, can you edit parts of this video out?
That's what happened to me the other day, and he looked at me weird, and I was like,
I'm not.
"What?
I'm
Did
not
you
trying
think
to do
I
that.
farted?"
I'm like,
And I was like,
no.
"What?"
It's not because I farted. I didn't fart.
You
No.
didn't fart. I know.
Wait, before I say what I'm gonna say, can you edit parts of this video out?
What are you gonna say?
I mean, I didn't hear it, so it's probably not gonna pick up.
No. I ain't talking about that. Just can you edit parts of the video out?
I can edit it if you don't want to.
You can edit it.
We can, but
Oh God, this is okay.
What?
I have a very specific reason. I'm gonna have to bring it up if you guys aren't gonna edit it later.
just bring it up when we're closer to the end of the podcast.
Oh, I bring it up when we're closer to the end. I'll bring it when this thing's done. Okay.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Important. It's a.
Do you want to write it down so you remember?
I'll write it down so you can see.
Speaking of food, still, what is your guys' go-to sandwich? Any sandwich shop, whichever one you like. Even though Subway is ass, but you know, come at me in the comments. I don't care.
I thought we were gonna do Jimmy John's, but
We could. I mean, Jimmy. What?
Can I show Jonah
No.
on text?
Yeah, you could show Jonah on text.
It's
You
not
did
on
not.
the camera.
Yeah, I'll show it to the camera.
I thought we were gonna do Jimmy John's. So my thing is, I don't like turkey, except at Jimmy John's. Their turkey tom,
Okay.
so good. Anywhere else though, it's gonna be ham.
Mhm.
Ham sandwich. Do you get
Ham.
it? No,
I didn't even look at it yet. Let's see.
that's why you were shaking your head now. Now I have this notebook.
Now
with that.
you're gonna get it. Now you're gonna see why. I think it's a pretty good reason to edit the video.
They won't even know.
Oh, they'll know.
No.
I knew. Okay.
Well, yeah, you're your own person, but the viewers are just gonna be listening to who's talking. They're not gonna be looking at like, oh, what is he doing?
Looking at me.
know. They know
Well, no.
something.
Now they have an idea, so they're probably gonna go back in the video, see what we're
Oh.
talking about, and then.
Sandwiches.
They
Let's talk
shouldn't have
about-
to go to the video.
Nico, now I just have a notebook with that written in it.
I deserve to get paid for this.
And this is how you scribble it out?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. How
The
else do I
notebook
prove
is
that
like
up?
an inch away of being in the camera's view, by the way. So like lower it down.
Okay, wait, let me see.
No, they ain't gonna see what I wrote down. Ain't none of their business what I wrote down.
Anywho,
Okay.
Jimmy John's, what's your go-to sandwich? What are your toppings? What do you like?
Would mom order those for us? Is that why I like them there so much?
I guess. I think so. No, she used to order tuna sandwiches.
I did used to eat tuna sandwiches all the time as a kid.
Tuna's gross.
All the time. That was my go-to.
Canceled.
I don't know how.
Canceled.
I would
We,
always
I'm sorry, but if you eat tuna, that's
them
a
at
no.
school.
That
at
is a
lunch.
no.
No, I don't know. Did you
Our
ever
breath probably
like?
smelled so bad as kids.
You ate tuna sandwiches too at
I
lunch?
had to. There was nothing to eat sometimes. Like
Oh.
we would eat that, and then remember, bologna is so gross.
That's what I was just about to say. Did you go through that phase as a kid where bologna was just so good?
No.
I know I did, but now as an adult, I'm like, it's absolutely disgusting. It makes me want to throw
It's the
up.
worst thing I've ever had. Fried bologna ain't that bad. For some
Fried
reason,
bologna
why
is
is
really
fried
good.
bologna? How come when
Oh
you
my.
cook bologna, does it taste so much better than leaving it alone? It doesn't
So
even make
same
sense.
thing with Spam. If you eat it raw, it's disgusting. If you fry it, it's actually kind of like decent.
I like
you like
Spam.
bologna as a kid?
No.
Oh, fried,
No, you
fried
didn't.
bologna. Yeah.
Grandma made me fried bologna.
I don't even think I've ever eaten bologna.
Oh, you're not missing
well,
out.
yeah,
But
don't
fried
get it.
bologna, you should try. It is really
No.
good. It actually is. It tastes way different. It's like the Spam you were preaching
It
about.
it reminds me like somebody mixed meat and soap together. Like that's how I feel like bologna tastes.
Okay.
Depends what brand you buy. There's one brand to me, I don't know why it tastes like soapy.
What?
It's really bad.
It does too. Yeah.
Okay.
The condiment.
There was someone on my bus who smelled like bologna, and it was terrible. And they had to walk past me every single morning. They would get on the bus, and it was, oh my, bologna doesn't smell good at all.
Well, enough about bologna. What are your go-to ingredients on your sandwich, Nico?
Get that turkey tom. Get the
Valid.
I don't like tomatoes. I like extra mayonnaise on there. Lettuce, of course.
Okay.
Like oregano, and then the oil. The vinaigrette and oil I like. I don't know if they have vinaigrette at Jimmy John's. I know they got like that oil.
No, it's good.
It's good. I like the
Salami,
sub
too.
oil.
Oil's good. I would
I don't-
say
I haven't been in Jimmy John's in a while, but I don't remember if they have a BLT. But BLTs hit different, dude. Oh my lord. I'd
Was
go
it-
get one right now if I wanted. Well, I can't, but I would.
I just ate 4 hours ago. I'm starving.
4 hours. Okay. Okay. My go-to for my sandwiches either ham or salami.
Salami's
cheese.
valid, okay. Ham is
Okay.
not, but go on.
So good. Cheese, tomatoes. I hate that like stringy lettuce that all the sandwich shops have. I can't like it grosses me out so much. I don't know why.
It's too soggy. It's not crunchy anymore.
It is. Tomatoes, mayo, mustard, the spices or whatever that is with the oil.
You get mustard on it? I
Oh, yeah, I
understand
get-
mayo.
Got
Mustard,
mustard.
though?
Yeah,
on
you gotta get
sandwiches.
mustard on. Like that's
I
it.
won't eat it on a hot dog though. Only on a sandwich.
I eat Chicago style hot dogs. Mustard is good. I just too much obviously ruins it.
What's your go-to?
It would either have to be between a BLT or either rye bread or like the white bread with like the melted cheese on it. Turkey, lettuce, tomato, that like vinaigrette style dressing thing, a little bit of mayo on it, just a little bit of sprinkled cheese on it. Put it in the oven, 375, 15, 20 minutes. Perfect sandwich right there. Dude, you can't forget about the oven. I mean, you could eat it raw like that, but it's not the same. You don't get the crunch. especially from the bread. So, with a sandwich, you can't just eat a sandwich itself. It's too dry. Drinks. What is your go-to drink if you had to choose one?
Lemonade, I think, would be my first, but for soda, not a lot of people have
Piv
Piv.
is good.
I love it. I had it today. It's not over there. Where is it?
I don't know.
I
Pib
think
is
Mom
good
threw
though.
it out.
Have you ever had Pib?
Did when he came over.
At first, I didn't want to try it because I don't like Dr. Pepper. But Gigi eventually kind of persuaded me into trying it. I tried it. It was actually kind of decent.
Pib ain't Dr. Pepper. Not.
What, did I read that? I think I read on somewhere that they got in trouble for their name, and people were saying like
Trademark, yeah.
thing. It used
They
to
got
be
like
called,
sued or something for it.
Dr. Pib or something. Used to be Mr. Pib.
Honestly, look it up. Look it up what the whole copyrighted name thing was all about and what they had to do. Mine, though, I'd have to either also go with lemonade or mellow yellow. Or, what'd you find?
Its original name was Peppo.
Peppo, okay.
Peppo. Not completely the same, but I guess they got in trouble for it, and they changed it to Mr. Pibb.
I mean, Pepper and Peppo is so much similar, so I can see why they had to do like trademark kind of all that stuff. But yeah, my drinks: lemonade, mellow yellow, better drink, and probably Fanta. And yes, for you freaking weirdos who say Fanta, can I have a Fanta, please? You're wrong. You're canceled.
They have
Fanta.
Or you don't take the orders, do you?
No, I'm the cook in the back.
If you never had to work again, how nice would that be?
It would honestly
Dream come
be.
true.
You gotta win
I
the
love my
lottery for
job.
that.
True.
You know, if you ain't working hard for it, the lottery. What would you do if you won $1 million? Like seriously.
Pay off school first. Finish the electrician school. Probably buy a like decent car. I don't want to spend all the money on a car because that's stupid. Young, you know, starting to drive, and if I buy a car that's like $500,000, if something happens, it's gone. All that money is gone. So I'd rather buy a car that's like 50,000 at most. Drive it, use it what it's for, and eventually, when I work more, you save more money, all that stuff. Then, kind of slowly upgrade and upgrade and upgrade from there. What about you?
I'd add more value to my business. Like I'd put.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, I just keep adding to my business or like start investing. Like I think that it's good to invest in like real estate and stuff like that. No, I feel like because you could make your money work for you, and obviously you still have to work hard. But I mean, if you have more money, like that really helps out even the playing field.
True.
Approach things differently. Having capital helps. Yeah.
Here's something Mom asked me one time. Laying down on the couch, just out of nowhere. I don't even know where this came from. Like, what would you do if you bought somebody a lottery ticket and they won $1 million? And it's like, it was the most random thing ever, but it is a genuinely good question. What would you do?
I mean, technically do own some right to it because you did pay for it from your own money. So you do earn a cut from it. I'm not going to say you earned the full $1 million because you did give that person that lottery ticket that you bought yourself. That was your own choice. But it's not to say that you don't get something from it. At least maybe like, let's say if they won $1 million. Government's going to take half of that. So you only get around 500,000, 600,000, somewhere around there. So I'd say if I bought someone a ticket for $1 million and they won like $500,000 from that, I'd be happy walking away with like maybe 10 grand, 20 grand.
Much
You
did
know.
you say? Much?
What do you mean?
What did you say you'd be happy walking away with?
Oh, between like 10, 20 grand.
I was thinking either 50-50 or 60-40. They could have the 60 and I'll take the 40. What if they. What would you say actually before I ask that?
I feel like if somebody actually won the money, they ain't giving you nothing. They're just gonna walk away.
That's
Money
what I was gonna
changes
say.
people
What if
real quick.
they don't contact you and
Of
ask?
course
Like,
they're not.
you don't think so? I
No.
think personally, if I won $1 million, I'd be like, here's half because you bought me the ticket. Like, I wouldn't be able to, like, I'd feel terrible.
Honestly, there's more hog-headed people out there than
Yeah.
good people. So I feel like odds are, like, it's a 90% chance whoever gets that money is going to instantly change them. Like, and it's not. It don't even have to be a lot of money. Like $1 million. $1 million is a decent amount of money, but like if you never had, it's not a lot of money. So like if you never had nothing and then you get like this little bit of money, their personalities will change just because of that, and they'll figure out a way how to just blow it in just a couple, not be 3-4 years, and then they'll be broke again. Because $1 million is not that much money to quit your job or whatever else they'll do. It'll get to their head way too fast.
True.
Took someone to court for that. Like, say you bought me a ticket, and I was like, no, I'm not giving you the money.
There was a TikTok I watched recently. This elderly woman bought her son, I think he was like 18 or 19 years old, a lottery ticket, and she wrote her name on the back of the ticket. When you win lottery tickets, you're supposed to write your name on the back, because if something happens, if someone claims like, oh, I bought that ticket or he took it from me, then they'll check whose name was written on it first, and they'll go from there. She wrote her name on the back of the lottery ticket, and he won it. He tried to cash it in. She took him to court for it, and he forged his name onto it to make it look like he wrote his name first, and he won it all, every single penny from that. She didn't win anything.
You're
Which is
gonna say
fascinating.
like, I'm writing my name on the back of every lottery ticket I give to someone.
I mean, to be safe, yeah. I mean, legally, she did write her name on it first, but he was able to forge his name to make it look like he wrote his first, and then make it look like she wrote her name on top of it. So, you know.
Money changes people. How it goes. Yeah. I mean, you have somebody who seems amazing, and I mean, you could put. I have this belief that everybody's morals will shift for a certain amount of money. If you can make people do some of the worst stuff ever, if you have a certain amount of money to it, because that's just how society is. They'll do some unthinkable act if there's a certain number attached to it, because that's just how people operate, and that's how people work.
So now riddle me this. You're rich, and you're the millionaire you're manifesting to be.
Later.
Money's gonna be. Okay. See, it's already changing you.
Keep that checked. Later.
So now, are you gonna let it change you, or are you gonna keep yourself in check, or are you just gonna leave us?
I feel like with what I've learned and growing and becoming a person, money is good. Like, and it's important. Like, obviously, like money changes your life. Money changes how you move and stuff like that. Money could be the richest person in the world if you don't have love. You don't have family, you don't have those core values into your life, you're nothing. Like, you're just a guy with a bunch of money. Who wants to be a guy with a bunch of money, and you go home to a wife that just is asking you for money, and she doesn't love you, she doesn't care about you. You go and call your family doesn't want nothing to do with you because you already burnt that bridge, or they were bad. You're lonely. Like, that's good. You got like a nice car. That's good. You got a nice house. But who are you sharing that with except yourself? Nobody. And you know everybody around you just wants to be around you because you got cash. That's lonely. That's a lonely way to live.
I feel like there are some people though who genuinely just totally fine with being used for money, or like they want people to need them.
They want, but when you really get down to it and you pay attention to these people, they're miserable. Like, whether they're rich or not, they're miserable because they know. Mm-hmm. Take away that money and all your friends disappear. That's terrible. Or take away here. How many of these rich people get married and then their wives divorce them because all they wanted was the money? It's not a good way to live. It's miserable. So be around people before, like the best thing you could do is before you make it to be around a good set of people already that want to be successful too. Just like a really good friend group that keeps pushing you. And if you have negative people in your life who are trying to stop you, push them out and keep doing you. Don't listen to nobody and keep moving forward.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you have my
Oh, there's a TED Talk right there and a half. What are you saying now?
sure if you can? Swear to God. Asked him if he had my pen.
Water's really good.
Dude, water, when you go to sleep and you wake up and you have like dry mouth or something, and you drink literally one sip of water, you feel like a whole new fucking person.
What's your favorite water?
Dasani, canceled. If you drink Dasani, I don't want to know you.
I don't like Dasani. I think my favorite water, I drink Ice Mountain a lot, but I really like Essential Water. I like that one a lot.
Nico's like a water enthusiast. We go to the store and he'll buy like 5 different brands of water.
I love
We
water.
literally have a Snapchat video of him taste testing them.
Oh yeah, there's so many good waters.
They all taste the same.
No, they don't.
Those ones we had that
They
time,
don't.
they all tasted the same.
No, they
but
don't.
when I do believe other waters, they do taste different. The ones we had.
Try Dasani and then try an Essential Water. It's not gonna be the same.
Yeah, those are different, but I'm saying the
Yeah.
ones you bought, those are.
Ooh, I don't like Evian either. Is that the name of it? The
I
people
think
with
I'm
the
fine
mouth?
with Evian.
Yeah.
Whatever you say.
Evian and then Niagara. I think it is. I don't like those 3 waters.
What do you think about Fiji water? Evian's not bad.
I feel like Fiji water. Everybody always talks about how good Fiji water is, and I just don't get it because Fiji water to me is regular water.
Really, I think it tastes a little weird from what I'm remembering.
Ice Mountain, that's like the only right option to go for. It's not expensive. You're not paying like $20 for like 4 bottles. You know, you're paying a good, decent price for a good amount of water that actually tastes good. It doesn't taste like tap water. It doesn't taste fucking chemicals or all that mumbo jumbo stuff.
Yeah, but my only problem with plastic bottles is like we leave our bottles into the garage, and when they freeze, they unfreeze. They'll get chunks in them sometimes. Like why
That's on us,
is
though.
that?
We
That's
shouldn't
weird.
have left it in the garage.
But that's just so weird. You shouldn't be getting like chunks in your water. So like, what are you really
I think
drinking?
it's just the plastic. Me coming off it on it.
Oh no, that shouldn't
It
be
was
happening.
gross. It was
I mean,
very gross.
There's a bunch of stuff that like with food, like plastic containers and all that stuff that you don't realize. There are a ton of plastic containers, like Tupperware containers and all that stuff that are very toxic. On the bottom of each container, usually there's like a small number in like a triangle. And I read an article. There's I think from 1 to 4 are like toxic that you shouldn't be using them. They're bad. I think 5 is fine. 6 is bad. 7 is okay, and then 8 and 9 are also okay. It's a whole thing you can read about on like a whole bunch of articles, but it's so interesting. Nobody really pays attention to it.
I had to do something for a science project when I was younger, and I learned about that. I don't remember everything, but like this bottle right now is like a pretty bad bottle.
I think.
Plastic bottles we drink out of are pretty bad. Plastic, I don't know. I don't think you're supposed to be drinking plastic. So good.
That's why you get a reusable water bottle, either a metal one or something.
I think it's okay for straws.
No.
Unless they're the
We
good paper
need to
straws.
talk about straws and what they're doing with straws. Okay, I am getting so annoyed. I go to Starbucks, my straw is melting in my cup.
No, I don't think Starbucks has bad straws.
I don't know. So I'm getting paper
Aren't their straws
here.
plastic?
That's what I thought.
Nah, bro. Save the turtles.
There's some eco-friendly straws that have like a really weird material, almost like those winter jackets. Those I can't stand. Then there's straight up paper straws that just
Those are not
And
it.
I feel like they could have
paper
done it a
straws.
better way. They could do it a better. Well, we're not there yet with science. Maybe I don't know.
Then
'Cause
there's metal.
I get why they're doing it to save the animals and stuff like that, but I don't like my straw melting in my cup.
Funny enough, on Shark Tank, there's this dude who created utensils, spoons, forks, knives, even straws that are edible. He did like a live kind of demonstration in front of them, and he was using a straw. No, he put a straw in a cup of like boiling hot water or something, so it could like try to like kind of deteriorate the straw. It didn't do anything for like a solid hour and a half, 2 hours before it slowly started kind of like picking away at the straw. But even that's impressive. An edible straw that you can eat while also lasting in a cup of like liquid or something.
Ever go to what's that smoothie place? Tropical Smoothie Cafe. They got like strawberry straws and stuff
I've
like
never
that.
had
Like,
one. You
you
should
could
get
eat.
those tomorrow
Okay, let's get it.
instead of Starbucks.
And then we gotta go to the restaurant to go get my card because I left my card at the restaurant.
You what?
Hope they have it there. I left
He
my
lost
card.
his card while he was being a traitor, not telling anyone about our age.
Oh,
A trade? I just went to a nice restaurant. All I did. I like
Not
what
that I was gonna go with, but it still would have been nice
I
to
like.
know.
I like fine dining. Could I say?
Yeah, I know. At the restaurant.
Yeah.
I surprised you with. for
Oh
your
my god! I
birthday.
got chicken there. It's so good. They got good chicken. You gotta get it next time.
I've only had their salmon. I have to go again over the
Jonah,
summer.
when
We
he
need
went-
to start saving now.
Jonah, when
The
he went,
steak.
he ordered. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my god. And I'm being honest, I would break someone's ankles to get another one. I'm being dead serious. That steak was literally perfect.
what if somebody handed you a bat and then pointed to your mom and said steak? You do it. Moral
No.
compass.
That's too far. That's too far. Stranger, yes. Someone I know, no.
So it's just casually standing across the street.
Yeah, just
go-
Give it a good old check, land it on the head,
Knock on your
boom.
door. It's like, hey, I got a moral compass idea for you. Would you rather, break your mom's legs, get a steak, or have a walk and not get a steak?
You have to try their chai lattes, though.
Their chai lattes are really.
They're so good.
Nah, I never had them.
Oh my god.
I'm agreeing to
I
something I
loved
didn't
them.
even try.
Yeah, I was like, I
Yeah.
didn't know you had one, but okay.
I never even knew about chai lattes until like half a year after that when we went to RH. That's because we went to Something's Brewing, and that chai latte so far out of any other place I've had, best. Starbucks doesn't compare.
No, I don't drink coffee either. I'm like, you should try a chai latte. And he thought I was
Okay,
gonna, like,
okay, hold on, no, okay. I didn't know anything about chai lattes until you introduced me to it, but even then, I thought you were trying to like prank me or be like, oh yeah, try a chai latte. It's totally not coffee. And I'm like, I'm not gonna fall for it. So we eventually go to Something's Brewing, and I'm like hesitant. I'm like, they have chai lattes. I could either get that, try it out. Worst that could happen, I spit it out and throw it away. Or I could just get a normal drink. And I was like, you know what? I'll trust you. This is where the friendship is being tested. I try it, and it was actually really good.
exciting. I love drinks so much. I don't know what it is. If I drink alcohol, it might be a problem because I like really pretty drinks and stuff like that.
I mean, it depends what type of person you are. Like, I only drink wines. That's all I do.
Wine
Really
coolers is the way to go. Wine coolers and mics, those are good. It's just after two of them, then it's just a little bit too much. Because then it's not really flavor, it's just the alcohol, and then it's not as good.
I had 3 glasses today, and I was absolutely fine. I didn't feel any.
And then tomorrow he slumped.
I drink like
Yeah, what is it?
once every 2 months.
Okay.
You drink since I thought you don't like
I was
it.
keeping up with Jackie. Oh my God, she is something to keep up with. Let me tell you something. She
I
could really,
believe it.
she could go. It was great though. I had a good time with her.
That's good. What were you gonna say, Jonah?
Honestly, I don't remember. My memory is bad. Literally Dory from fucking Finding Nemo. Holy Lord. Whew.
Jonah, you as a single man, when you start doing dates, have you gone out yet? Have you started dating?
Funny you say that. Okay, so I'm not gonna name names, person who's watching this, you probably do know who I'm talking about. Um, there's this one girl that I was trying to talk to. She actually, no, she followed me first on TikTok. I didn't know her. So I was like, you know what, fine, I'll follow her back. Then she followed me on Instagram. Don't know how she found my Instagram, but she found it. I'm like, okay, weird. So after that, like a week, she was acting a little weird, strange, and I was like, I'm gonna steer clear from it. And then after she started talking, she seemed normal. Goes on for like maybe month and a half, just trying to get to know her. And then curveball, she goes from first responding back to my messages literally the same second as soon as I send it to now taking up like 2 3 days to respond back. I'm like, you know what? Dating, not the way to go. Friendship, maybe, go from there. There has been a few things that she's done that's quite concerning. That I honestly do not like. And speaking for most men, they probably would say the same thing. Uh, but yeah, I mean, it's something. Dating is yikes. You got to like know a person like really well, because if you just jump into dating and you only know them for like a month or two, then it's not gonna go anywhere.
Do you believe in being friends before you date someone, or do you think? I mean, you just said what you think, but do you think like just jump into something?
I think jumping into something could be dangerous.
Yeah.
Like that.
First is important.
If you meet somebody,
but it's also risky.
Because you don't know their situation. They could be going through something really bad, and if you end up with them, then they're gonna put it all on you, and then you're screwed.
Nice part about being friends relationship is you could tell they're toxic. Like if you really get to know them. Sometimes they're good at hiding it completely. Like you wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah.
But when you're friends with somebody, but when you're friends with somebody, you really get to see and kind of see how they carry themselves and be like, oh, I definitely do not want anything to do with this person because they're bad. To move in a little bit slower sometimes than fast.
Yeah.
Move in too slow, you'll end up getting hurt yourself because you waited too long.
Sure. My friend, he told me, I mean, it's true. I can see what he's like talking about. But what he told me was that when you date someone, the first 3 months, you're gonna be all lovey-dovey with them. You're gonna do all sorts of things together. Months 4 to 6, that's really gonna test you. It's gonna be like, oh, do you really want to be with this person? You start feeling a little bit different about them, and then from months 7 to 12, so till the first year, then you can really say to yourself, oh, do I want to continue being with this person, or do I not feel the same in the beginning to where I am now, and then blah blah blah. And honestly, I felt that.
Seen that on TikTok. I don't know if this is what it is, but I keep seeing like the 3-month rule on videos.
Yeah.
I think it depends too on how like me, I know I have issues with feeling feelings.
Yeah.
So, I know I have issues with it, so I have to make that feeling that I have more bold than what it is. And I think that if you're able to project you feel and make it bold, even if kind of lose that, because you're getting comfortable with the person, that's just what's ended up happening. So it's not that special. For the first 3 months, it was special.
Yeah.
So now when you're no longer comfortable with this person, you're gonna have to figure out how to still be bold and still be comfortable with them, because the thing is, like, once that dies out, the relationship could get boring. So you always have to come up with ideas to be creative, or like be able to show, like, if you really care about somebody, show your passion, show your love, show that. And because I mean, how rare is it to see old people like holding hands when they walk and stuff like that still love each other?
Sure.
But it don't really happen as much as we think it should. That's because those people figured out to amplify that feeling that they feel and never let that go. So I mean, that's a skill in itself. I mean, because you could do that and still not have super strong feelings, but you have an emotional connection with somebody, and that's really all. Good? Good podcast?
Oh,
We're continuing. I don't know what you're doing.
I got another snap from person I was just talking about previously. I didn't open the other one from before. The one she sent before was like 2 hours ago. I'm like, I'm not gonna open it. And then she just sent another one. You know what? I'm gonna check Instagram. See what she said.
Are we still going?
I think we're good.
If you want to. Do you want to cover anything else today or no?
Oh.
Alright, well, this was episode half. We will do every episode, preferably on Sundays. If not, then Mondays. But we're gonna try to stick to Sundays.
Whoa.
What?
His name's Juliana. His name's Nico. His name's Jonah. So everyone knows.
Yeah. Should have probably mentioned that in the beginning, but yeah.
Where you go?
Also, like the thing I said in my YouTube kind of profile thing, if you have any recommendations of what you want to hear or us to talk about, let us know down in the comments. And then we'll try to get different people, maybe not every week, every other week, or maybe like every other few episodes. Try to introduce you to more people and just go from there. Any last comments?
No.
Alright, well, that was episode half of the Night Owl podcast.
Ew.